How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Burt's here, playing some F1 Manager 2023. Let's jump straight back into it. Alrighty, so we did pretty okay last race. Switched up the strategy. Didn't end up working out for us, unfortunately, but let's continue on and see where we can get up to from here. First things first, it looks like there's something in our inbox that requires our response, so let's go peek at that. Alrighty, so it looks like this will in turn reduce the overall amount of sponsorship funding we receive this season, but we could get those manufacturing days back. So it looks like we're reducing the total number of factory events by 5, which is in turn going to reduce the overall amount of sponsorship funding we get through those events, but it also actually gives us those manufacturing days back. So this is kind of ties back into those original. Here we go. Yep. So this ties back into these obligations. So these are all fixed currently just because we started a new season. But once we finish this season and continue on to the next season, we will have the ability to edit these as we want. And I believe there's some more options that open up to further play around with these settings. So let's go back and go back to the inbox, go back to that message. So let's go ahead and cancel those events so that way we can gain those factory days back, which I think is a bit more important than getting that income personally. And it looks like, oh, okay, so these are the race results from the previous race. From the lower category, looks like our boy that we're scouting is coming in P1, so that's good news, good to see. And these are our car inspection results from the last time. Looks like the front wing on KMX car failed inspection, so let's tab over to cars and swap that out. And just as simple as that. And I know I mentioned last video I would try to kind of push through some of these videos to catch up with the current 2024 live F1 season, but that did not happen, unfortunately. So we're just going to keep trucking through this. Maybe if we can catch up to them at some race throughout the season, that would be pretty neat. So let's just keep trucking. And let's look like we got coming up. So we got some upgraded facilities coming up. So I'll go ahead and hit continue. It's going to prompt us to check these out. Nice. So this kind of shows you the stat upgrades you receive from that upgrade itself. And let's go ahead and hit continue. It looks like our scouting will be complete here. So let's go ahead and peek at that. So from here you can go straight to the driver's profile that you scouted. When you click on the message, it kind of gives you a quick overview of the salary information, or I'm sorry, contract information currently that the driver is connected to. But once we click on the driver's profile, we can tab over to performance and actually see. Now we can see all of the numerated values. It looks like he's got a high aggression, so that's really good news. We definitely want somebody that's a bit younger. It's got some good aggression. Let's see. Okay, yep, perfect. And his development rate is high also. So that means he's going to learn really quickly. And he's really aggressive, so that's really good. So let's definitely try to get a hold of him at the end of the season. Actually, let's see how much longer he has on his contract. So he has 9 months remaining on his 2-year contract. So let's try to pick him up at the end of this season as our 2024 reserve driver seat. I'm going to go to cars really fast, and I'm pretty sure we started doing this last time, but I'm going to double check and make sure we don't have any more. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. So we don't have any more points for design, so we will just continue on and get straight into the next race. Looks like we got a facility upgrade on that same weekend. So this kind of gives you, the text message of the upcoming race, as well as kind of a quick summary on how the season is going so far. And this is more of a kind of specific overview of the race itself. And it looks like our team hub was upgraded. Cool. So let's go to cars really fast and double check. So we still have the first chassis, and I believe we started a new chassis manufacturing project last time. So it looks like the first one is done. Now let's see if I can remember how to put it on. Here we go, perfect. So I'm just hitting on the chassis part itself and then hitting swap out and then using the new chassis we have here. So let's go ahead and put that on K-Mag's car. And we'll back out. And this should prompt us, perfect. So let's go ahead and select our performance targets. Reach Q2. We have a finish position race target and a finish position streak target. So this one, I like that this is fixed. Let's go in here and see what the others are. Q3, I'm not exactly sure if we'll be able to hit that. Kind of want to play it safe until we can figure out some more things going on. But let's play with this one. Let's go both drivers. Let's see if we can get them both P13. Let's try that out. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. That is all right. And I believe this is going to be fastest lap. It is, so we will ignore that. And it looks like we're still doing good on the qualifying position streak. 3 more and we get a kind of a nice little payout here. Is there anything new? There is not. Let's go ahead and back out. We've got our targets selected and let's go straight to the weekend.
It's wonderful to be back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. There may be
if anyone watched the
on the F1 calendar,
2024 season opening today,
is like none other. High-speed
let me know down below. Let me know what you thought about it. It's looking like Max is going to stay strong this season.
Albert Park is a
looks like Carlos is definitely fighting for a good seat for 25.
The street circuit is high
Checo coming in,
just as heavy on brakes,
doing pretty well. Don't want to spoil anything too much if none of you have watched it yet. It's a pretty good one, P2 and beyond, so
when he's in such fine form.
Check it out.
The weekend begins here.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Same thing, I'm going to go ahead and get these practice sessions done. Try to get to 100% by P2, but we'll see. It takes a little while if you go all the way through P3, so I will be right back once we get done with practice. Alright, welcome back. Went all the way through P3 actually this time. Couldn't quite get Nico to 100%. Got him pretty close at 95. I did get K-Mag to 100% setup, which is awesome. And I believe I got him up to 90% comfortability with the new chassis part, so that's good. Got both drivers to 100% track comfortability, so that's good. You can see here what Nico kind of needs to get that 100%. It's going to be tricky. I did play around a few times, try to get it right, but I just couldn't quite get it. I do see that I can go back to a 97% setup. So let's do that actually, because it does boost us 2%. So let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. So you can see we have these two optimal, and the changes that I made to try to get this to 100% yielded that 95% towards the end of the P3 session there. So I think we'll just leave it here. There's nothing we can really adjust to kind of just move these parameters, so we'll just kind of leave everything where it's at right now. And let's go ahead and simulate through the qualifying session and see where we land. Perfect. Looks like K-Mag's doing pretty strong with that new part. Looks like Hulk is on the verge of dropping out in Q2, but let's see what happens. And it does look like Hulk dropped out, but you got P14, so up 1P from that Q1 showing. Looks like K-Mag is holding steady in 8, so that's good news. Let's see where we land in Q3 with K-Mag. And hopefully we can keep him there for the race and see if that chassis part was worth it. And it looks like P10 here with K-Mag. So it looks like we're about a half second off the final pace there. Not exactly sure which tires were used during that session, but let's get to the race weekend.
The fight is out. It's race day.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate, from Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
What can we expect from that man right there?
Hello, Charlie boy.
Leclerc.
Well, pole position is obviously a fantastic way
Pole
to start
position
this
for
one.
Charles.
That being
I
said,
didn't pay
there's a lot
attention,
of
honestly, on
work
that
to do
last
between
screen.
here and the checkered flag.
Exciting choices lie ahead then for the teams and their drivers here in Melbourne. So let's see what happens.
Alrighty, let's get the strategy set up. And it looks like the race is going to be rain-free, which is great. Sometimes this can get rainy. Let's actually click on the sponsors tab and see about the position gain. So should we try to do a position gain? You know what? No, we're not going to yet. Let's try to get the boys as comfortable and try to get the car moving a bit. Let's see if we can actually gain positions first during the race instead of drop back. So let's go ahead and start with K-Mag. Let's actually go ahead and do the fuel and the run plan setup for each driver. Increase fuel by 1, kind of increase their pace on the beginning. It's just what I like to do personally. And actually, let's see what tires we have for the race. We have 2 fresh sets of medium, 1 fresh set of hards, and no fresh softs, unfortunately. We had to return 2 that we used or I guess 2 that we didn't use during practice back. So let's see what they're calling for. 1 stopper. It looks like the strategy A is going to be the quickest. So let's click that. Let's edit this. Let's go a little deeper on that first stint. You can see there off to the right, it does increase, or I guess decrease our total race time. So let's see if we can sneak this a little further before we start to go backwards. Actually, it looks, I'm just curious. Okay, so we can go pretty far. We're not going to go that far. Actually back out, see, I forgot exactly which lap it wanted us to, so 23 it looks like. So let's try to go 25. Let's go 2 laps prior, or after I should say, with K-Mag, and next let's actually do the same with Hulk. Let's actually go, yeah, we'll do the same, and then if we need to adjust this depending on how close they are to each other at that time, then we will. Alrighty, we got our strategy set, fuel plan, driver options, starting tactics, I guess, set. Let's get into it.
The fans here in Melbourne are all set, as are the drivers.
And Merc
heading
looks
into 58
super
laps
good.
around Albert Park. The calm composure of Sergio Perez amongst the hustle and bustle of the
The
grid.
detail,
It's
I
a
did play
big
this on
start for
my
them.
older
Excellent
generation laptop, and the
opportunity,
detail
and no
from
doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
those graphics on the old laptop
And
compared
it
to the
looks
new
like
PC
we're
I've just
good to
built
go.
is absolute insanity. This game looks so much more beautiful.
Brace yourself.
Alrighty, here we go.
Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, let's jump on board with K-Mag. Let's tab over and see what tires everyone on. So there are some people on soft, so it's okay if they get in front of us, but let's try to okay, we dropped off pretty hard right there, K-Mag. Not good to see. Not good. Let's ride this out for a little bit, see where we end up at the end of the lap. And we got our tires up to temp. Let's actually wait until we get start on lap 2 here. Try to keep us as close as possible to this group for as long as we can. Oh, it looks like someone's got damage in front of us. It's good to see. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, let's go ahead and back the tire pace off for each driver.
Slow down now.
We'll continue to use the fuel. Speed this up by 1 on here. Alrighty. Let's let this ride out for a little bit in 8 speed. DRS should be activating this lap, so let's see if we can start earning these places back with K-Mag here. It does look like some of these guys are dropping tire. Let's see what their previous laps are. So it looks like we're not too far off of what the fast tire people are doing, so let's see if we can start creeping back up here. It's like Hulk picked up that place back, so that's good. Hulk's back to par. K-Mag's down 3 still. And I believe it's just the 3 soft runners. Yeah. So we're definitely going to go deeper into the race than they are. At least on this first stint. So maybe when they go into pit, we should maybe try to speed ourselves up. Looks like Hamilton's pulling away pretty hard. The Albon-Norris kerfuffle is going to hopefully bring us back to hopefully close to that 11 spot. About 15 more laps on this first tire. There's a VSC and a full safety, We are still quite a ways away. It'd be way too early for me personally to jump on this hard. Does it merit doing a 2-stop with this early safety car? Do we go to a soft now and then jump back onto a hard?
B+ on delta time. Yep.
Got a lot of options here. Let's just peek at the strategy. Let me edit here. Let me just see. It does look like I have a fresh set of mediums. Let me just see out of curiosity. I still don't think this is gonna be the move. I think we need to stick to our original strategy. Switching it up last time cost us, if anyone remembers. So let's just cancel all this. Let's just continue what we're doing. Not worry about it.
Okay, if the album went off. Possible debris.
Looks like Albon went off, which
okay?
is good to see. Because that's going to get both of our guys back up. Oh, and it looks like, no, wow, I see that. They took each other out. Wow, I wish I would have been paying attention a little sooner. Looks like everyone is pitting. Let me pause it here for a moment before we get too far ahead with both our guys. So everybody up front is pitting. Am I able to see what they're going on towards? I'm not able to see what they're switching into yet. It does look like Checo's potentially going to a hard. Looks like Charles already jumped on a medium. It looks like everyone's pitting. So I think we're going to have to pit. I think we are going to have to switch. So let's do this. Let's go to the soft. Even though it's not brand new, it's okay. I mean, I guess I could throw a medium back on. And then... let's see, something like this, maybe. You can see here, this adds 12 seconds, so if we go back to the medium. But we'd have to... Or do we do a hard now and a medium later? It does not improve us, but going to a soft, does that help us out? Not really. What about if we delete this soft stint? We go to a hard right now. If we go ahead and switch to our hard, will that get us to the end? Do we have the beans to get each of our guys on the one tire all the way to the end? It's going to be super tight down here. But it does look like we need to pit because everybody is currently pitting. This could be a move also, it looks like. Something about like this. Light fuel at the end. We're gonna have to come back in. Or do we go on the hard the whole rest of the way? So this gives us increased 5 seconds. Obviously we're gonna increase a bit due to the safety car, and this is gonna add 12 seconds. So this is a tough one. Let's do the medium soft stint here. Let's go as far as we can. See, you can see here it went from 5 to 6, excuse me. So I'm gonna go back to this 5. That gives us as far as we can on this medium. I mean, we can maybe go back one more, but we're playing around with this at the end. So let's actually try this. Let's do this with K-Mag. Let me back out. Let's switch over to Hulk. I suppose we should do the same. Yeah, we should do the same, shouldn't we? All right, let's do the same. And it actually doesn't affect Hulk too much. I think he might have a fresher set of softs. So let's do lap 40. Update. Let's back out. Let's go back to this. I'm still paused. I'm going to stay paused because I don't want to miss this opportunity. So let's go ahead and bring him in for the pit to that new tire. We will confirm. We'll do both. It's okay that they're this close. Let's see. They're about 3.5 seconds away from each other. But, I mean, I think we'll be okay with this gap here to hold RPs with the double stack. So let's let it ride out. Let's actually... Oh, can't jump in. Let's jump in. Actually, we can jump in. Here comes K-Mag. I'll jump in. See what it looks like.
Bit late. Yeah, understood.
It is chaos in the pit lane. Looks like we took an Aston Martin pit member out there. Decent stop. Can Hulk get a quicker stop? Much quicker stop. Good job. Good job, team. Way to keep us both out here. Perfect. Let me back out. And yes, it looks like we're going to hold these positions. And let's tab over while everyone's going slow. So it looks like we got some mixed strats here. So it looks like Perez is going to do the one stop. I believe, actually, let me go here. Here we go, tire history. Perez. So he's going to do the one stop, it looks like. It looks like Leclerc, Alonso, looks like everyone up here on the medium's going to do potentially something similar. We will. And then the soft runners, potentially something similar that we are, but the opposite. So they're going to run soft now and maybe jump to a medium or potentially a hard. But we got some fresh mediums here, as do a few people here. Looks like Verstappen's on the U set, so let's see how this plays out. I'm going to speed this up a bit. It is going to prompt us when the safety car comes back in. So when that prompt does pop up, I will increase the fuel and tire on the drivers. It looks like potentially next lap. So we're definitely going to be able to use this fuel for quite a long time because we're gaining a lot sitting behind the safety car here. Let's actually drop tires for a moment because we're getting them up to temp and I don't want to burn them while we're just sitting back here. Alright, now it looks like the safety car is ending, so let's go ahead and increase our fuel. I'm going to increase to 2 just so we can speed up a bit. I believe everybody picks up around this corner here. As soon as we do, we're already got the tire temperatures up, so that's really good. Let's actually go ahead and bump them up to aggressive, so they're just gonna hit it right off the bat. And looks like we are going. Alrighty, I want to go back to 8 speed and see where we land. I'm gonna decrease the tires right now, actually, and let them burn this fuel up. So it looks like Ocon's starting to burn through his softs. Sainz is as well as Verstappen. DRS is enabled again. Still got quite a long way to get through this race. Let's bump it up to 16 actually. It looks like K-Mag's a bit far behind. Hulk and Yuki are battling. What's Yuki on? He's on soft, so he should start falling off here soon. And Hulk should get that P back. There we go. K-Mag starting to get a little bit further behind than everyone else. Let's see what they're running. We're actually running similar lap times, at least to Gasly here. We might be able to catch Gasly. Looks like he is stuck behind Esteban right now. And I'm going to increase K-Mag's battery just for a moment. Try to get him a little bit closer to that battle there. It looks like we're getting close, so dropping back down to neutral. You can see I was about at 40% there when that lap started, so I got to be careful. You can see how quickly it drains as well. So it looks like we've caught up with those guys. Sainz is in, so it looks like the softs are coming in. Esteban came in. We're a bit far behind from Gasly, but we are coming a bit closer. So lap 41. Let me top up K-Mag here. Try to get that battery back just for a quick moment. It is really quick with 16 speed. And I'm going to go back to neutral probably right about now. We still have quite a bit of fuel left. Let's go back on the tires. Looks like Gasly came in pit. So it looks like it's not going to prompt us to pit. So now I'm actually going to pause it. You can see here it is actually time to pit, but it didn't give us the prompt, I think, because we're going so fast. So let's go ahead and switch before we get caught off guard here. It looks like these two are the exact same. So we'll just use that set. We'll confirm, and Hulk is decently far back, so let's go ahead and bring him in the same time. And he does have that 100% fresh set. Alright, let's go back to here. And let's actually increase this while we're here, so that way when they come out of the pit, they will be getting those tires back up to temperature quickly. Or I should say, getting them up to temperature quickly. And as soon as this loads back in, it should be pretty warm for us. Perfect. So let's go ahead and back this back down right around 100. Sneaks up there quite quickly. Alrighty, we might have a chance at some points here. Gasly is on the softs as well in front of us, and K-Mag. But if we can stay with him, then maybe, just maybe, we can get him at the end. Let's go ahead and back this down to 8 actually, so we don't miss anything critical. Looks like we're back to par with Hulk, which is okay, but Yuki is on a soft set and is burning up quickly. So if Yuki is going to stay on that set of tire for the rest of the race, that is tricky for him to pull off. but might be an opportunity for us. Looks like Hulk is creeping it back up really quickly. So I think we are going to be able to gain one here with Hulk. K-Mag, can we get back into the points with K-Mag? Looks like we got DRS. Looks like we're sticking with Gasly pretty good. We got 6 laps here, at least from the leader, and Verstappen's up here. So we will finish kind of, you know, half back from Verstappen. So us and Gasly have the same tire left. Let's actually go light here for a moment. We are sticking with Gasly. You can see coming around the top side there. We got 3 to go. We are sticking on Gasly really well still. Looks like we're even fighting him here. Perfect. Even on the light tires. So let's go back to standard. And as soon as Max... Actually, let's go ahead and go to aggressive for these last few laps here. Looks like we might get our first point. That would be great. Let's actually let this ride out with K-Mag. See if we can hold Gasly off. It looks like Max, I believe, is somewhere... Ooh, this is Max here. So he's on the final lap. We're going to start our final lap as we come around the start-finish here. So we're kind of, you know, half track behind Max here. Let's actually go to 2, speed this up a little bit. We might get our first point. Look at Hulk sneaking back, gaining 2 at the end. Okay, so it looks like we might have a little race pace in the machine after all. This is exciting, very exciting. So it looks like Gasly's sticking with us. Let's go ahead and just use the rest of our battery here. It's the last lap for us, so it doesn't really matter if we run out. That's just gonna, yeah, you can already see the gap increasing.
Max Verstappen over the
There it
finish
goes.
line, and
Max
today's
wins.
winner.
So it looks like K-Mag is gonna pull away quite handily here from Gasly at the end. Excellent work out there, team. Good work. K-Mag doing good, coming in par, bringing in the first point for Haas this season. Great to see. Hulk snatching 2 extra there at the end. I think switching strategy there, like everyone else did, I think was the good move. Nice work. Good stuff, Kevin. And let's see Hulk come around, and here he comes. Perfect. Yes, thanks to the team. Thanks to everyone back home. Good job.
Checkered flag, Nico. Checkered flag. Your P12. Good job. Very tricky race.
Yeah, great. Good job, guys.
Good stuff, Hulk. Go to work out there, everyone. Great weekend overall. Getting the car better, little by little. Hopefully here soon we will have the second chassis part manufactured. We can put that on Hulk's car. So hopefully we can get both our boys finishing in the points more often this season.
We may see these kind of scenes a lot in Formula One, but it's easy to forget just what it means to the whole team. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
There we go. Red Bull 1-2
That takes them
again.
up to 3 wins this season. They proved just so hard to beat.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but it was a thrilling weekend here for us all at the Australian Grand Prix. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
They didn't
Excellently.
do too badly today. A
We
pretty
did great.
respectable outcome as far as
We
they'll be
did
concerned.
great as far as
They
we're
need
concerned.
to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back.
We do need to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing. Keep pushing that
And that's
development.
about that for this weekend here in Melbourne.
Nice,
time,
nice.
teams will be
Thanks for
racing
watching,
on the
everyone.
streets of another city.
Another race
Join us
weekend
in
down.
Baku on the shores of the Caspian
Gonna
Sea
keep
for the
trucking through
Azerbaijan
these.
Grand Prix.
See how many we can get out. See if we can catch up to the 2024 live season. K-Mag coming in with 1 point. Getting our first point for the team. Excellent work. See Hulk there up 2 spots. Looks like Logan and the Williams did really well. Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Alex and Lando got into it, crashed each other out. So, looks like Esteban was the only one in front of us, so hopefully we can start closing that gap to Alpine. Let's see, 1 point to their 8. A little bit, you know, but it's still early on in the season. Alrighty, well that's it everyone, thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. We'll see what we got going on. Next to go, looks like we got quite a few things happening. So right here is when we're going to vote on some new regulations for the upcoming season, as well as a new research period. So from here, we will be able to start researching the car for next year's design. So we'll probably play around with a few more designs this season to help us finish out this season strong. But we will start to do some research for the next season car, probably midway through the season. But once again, thanks to everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.